What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another time with your brothers from Roll Alpha Chapter, Rochester, New York. Brothers, what's going on? How y'all feeling today?
Good, bro. Brockport,
Eh,
New York. You know what I mean? Brockport. That's where
Rockport.
that's where it all began. That's where the magic happened. We live in Rochester. Brew don't live in Rochester, so you gotta do Brockport.
Oh, you're right. I do Rockport. My bad, bro. Gotta shout out to the Mid Atlantic.
All good. It's all good, baby. Shout out to Brockport. That's where it's all beginning. It's all big.
Yeah,
On.
man. Yeah.
I miss them snowy days. No, I don't.
Yeah, I mean this is like a depiction of Brockport too. I remember when I came on campus in 2004, man, and would see kind of brothers hanging around, and then coming in late would be bRho. You know what I mean? So this is just like a depiction of what Brockport has always been, right?
Yeah,
and
consistency.
bRho is consistent. We'll give him that. That brother is consistent.
Oh man. So
yeah,
bros,
but everything's good, man. It's another wonderful Monday, man. Back to work, back to the grind. Hopefully nobody's going to be saying that next Monday because
it's
a special day that we get off of work and get a chance to celebrate, spend some time with the family, and give out gifts, man, because that's what Christmas is all about, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, Kareem, you got a different take on it?
Oh man, Christmas is about Christ and the Savior being born, man. The greatest gift to this world, man. That's what Christmas is about.
Absolutely, right. But let's think about this. What is the percentage of people that truly believe that? And I'm not talking religious, right? I'm just talking about from the holiday perspective. Yeah. What is the percentage of people that when you say Christmas, that's the first thing that comes to mind? The real true reason of what this holiday should be all about.
Well,
because I know, like, when people always say, okay, man, it's Christmas time, I'm gonna get the chance to spend some time with my families and loved ones, and we're gonna be meeting up at this person's house, or we're gonna be going to do X, Y, and Z, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's like, oh yeah, and thank Jesus for being born.
Well, according to statistics, more than 70% of people identify as being Christian. Now, when you say Christian,
is a lot of worldwide.
This is only in the U.S. So I'm not accounting for. Yeah, I'm not accounting for the world. But
I was like, man, your stats is wrong, man.
I think for the world, I think it's like it might be like 40 or 50%.
Okay.
For the world, man. But so with that being said, at least in America, if I'm thinking that 60 to 70% are saying that they're Christian, and I think that also includes Catholic, that they should know what Christmas is and what it's about. So, but to answer your question, Isaac, I think that percentage dropped down a lot when you ask the average person. So what's Christmas about? Oh, it's about being with family, and it's about sharing time with loved ones, which is true. It's also true at the same time that we're celebrating the birth of the Savior of the
world.
That's
what it's about, right? Celebrating the birth of Jesus, even though he was born in July, right? But we do it during this time because it's a way for businesses to make money, right?
Actually, more so born in like October-ish, but yeah, definitely not December.
How you doing, bRho? Welcome.
What's good,
sir?
Sir.
So I was listening to one of our fraternity brothers, Dr. Darius Daniels, and one of the things he was saying was that one of the major reasons why Christmas came to be as we know it now, because it was a form of evangelism. It was also a way of, I think it was, I can't remember which Roman emperor it was. Don't give me the line about that, but it was also bringing everybody underneath Christianity, and the definition of it at that point is very different than what it is now. But the whole thing was really to take something that had become pagan in nature and Christianizing it in a sense. I don't know if I'm confusing a lot of people with that, but let's just say took a bad thing and tried to make it good. That's why we celebrate Christmas.
That's why
do your research and take my word for it.
That's why we celebrate Christmas when we do. Not so much why we celebrate Christmas, but why we celebrate what we do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there's also a festival that happens around this time of year too. I can't remember what it is on the Jewish calendar, but all those things play into it. No, it's Hanukkah, but it's something else too. And I can't remember right now, and I don't want to be on here lying. For people that's listening to us here,
you do realize Hanukkah is
do your own research.
Today's actually the last day of Hanukkah.
Today's the last day of Hanukkah, but there's also there's another festival. Somebody on here, correct me if I'm wrong. Go ahead in the chat, type it in if you know what the answer is. Help a brother out. I'm reaching out on a lifeline. Let me know. B, what's going on, man? We just started the show. We just got on.
Yeah,
I know that everybody's busy. You sound like you're coming from work or something.
You got a lot of nerve talking about something. Where y'all at? And the link wasn't sent out till almost 9 o'clock.
Whoa. Hold on. Time out. Wait a minute. The link went out at 8:53.
So if we round 8:53 p.m. up, you get 9 o'clock, right?
See, that's black people time. We're
I
gonna
don't
round
know
up the
because
time,
you usually
and we're gonna round
up
down the
5 though. You can't round up at 3.
Shit's 8:50.
So nah, we talking to the nearest hour, not to the nearest tenth of a, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we talking to the nearest hour.
Tomato, potato. I mean, you know.
Yeah, nah.
We meet at the same time.
B, you act like you got on at 9:05 though.
Yeah, I got on when I actually saw the link because I didn't. When I looked,
you working
at 8:50, there was no link.
For the tune of the week.
Yo, wait, what's that poem? What's that poem again?
Which
one?
Excuses.
Test of a man. Oh, excuses. Which one?
Right there, the way.
2002 by love, man. You show up late. What happened?
Man, I ain't worried about it. I got that.
This is what Balo said. This is what he said. He said, "I'll trade my 7 for your 7."
You know,
he will happily do that. He will happily do that. See that Balo's default measure. Oh, bet. Oh, okay. You know what? Let's trade my 7 for your 7. Oh, I will say, there's 2 brothers on here. I know for a fact that can do 7-on-7, and it's gonna be a good match. And they're on my bottom quadrant here.
That's the best part about it.
It'll be a great match right there.
I
would love to see that.
You know what I mean? It's like that's what it's about. You know what I mean? But
they ain't doing that no more, man. That them days is over.
But yeah, it was today.
Bro, I didn't mean to wake up the beast. My fault. I
didn't understand what y'all was talking about. I was focusing on.
Okay, all right, cool.
My sister Mabel just sent me something. So.
Oh, tell Mabel we said hey.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. But
I got a random question for y'all, man. So
I came from Balel's game.
Oh, how'd he do?
Oh, how was it?
Man, so it's hard watching modified basketball because the refs don't really know. The refs aren't good, and then the kids actually are pretty good. They play with a lot of effort. They lost to Fairport by 4.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's really a couple decisions. Really, that's all that really kind of come down to.
Yeah, and a lot of bad referee calls.
They are modified though, bro. It's not like it's varsity. I mean,
bad calls is bad calls.
No, it's okay.
Nah,
yo, B, as much junk as you be talking at the games, they probably call one because you said something. Hey, y'all ever been to a football game with Balo? Bro, Balo is serious.
He's always late.
Beyond the rest, boy.
The ones that I'm supposed to go with B's always late. B come on the game.
He be
The last
B was at the game before me a couple years ago at Mark. He was at the game before I got there.
Brockport game?
Ago. He was at last year when we was at the section. No. Yeah, Balo, you was there before me at the Section 5 game. The one when they lost to Batavia. Balo was there before me. I got there late.
I went to homecoming a couple years back. B supposed to come. B was like, yeah, I'm on my way. That's what I know. I would never trust B again about talking about he's on his way.
When black folks say they on their way, that means they still at home.
He was like, yo, I'm on my way, yo.
Not all black folk, man.
Not all black folks.
Never
just urban black folks, not suburban black folks, right?
Justice Smith is.
You know.
Yo, Eli Buckets, what's good?
So what's up?
Between Bilal Dean and Bilal. No, sir. They tell me they coming. I'm like, all right.
Bilal usually show up, man. You know, it's just
Bilal be there, man.
It's just deep into the night. You know what I mean?
That's all. That's what I'm saying.
And it was a day event. So
I'd be hyped to see B. You know what I'm saying? I'd be hyped to see B. I'm like, yo, B coming? Okay, cool.
But with Bama though, Bama just like cold don't show up. So Bama be like, oh, I'm coming. And he just clean don't show up. Like he just clean don't show up.
He can't help himself. He just can't help himself. He's one of those persons that just can't. It's not an excuse. He just can't help himself. So,
and then my ADP, Dr. Leonard Brock, he just said he ain't going.
That's it. That's
it.
No, I'm not coming.
He just be like,
yeah, nah. That's a whole fact.
Oh, that's a whole. So, what's that random question you had?
So, random question. All right. So, you walk into a bathroom first thing in the morning, right? Let's say it's about 7:30 or so. You go in there, and nobody else has used that bathroom, but you don't know it. And you go to the third urinal from the left, and in that urinal, there is $100 bill. What you doing?
Taking it out.
It's in the urinal.
It's in the urinal, man. It's in
the urinal.
Nah, my boy. Nah. Yo, I'm gonna get the custodian. Tell him use them. Get his gloves and take it out.
And yo, for those of y'all listening, man, if you in the chat too, chime in on this one. What you doing?
Bruiser
or ladies, like if
it's
in one of the
napkin. Bruiser's getting a piece of napkin and take it out.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna tell you why I respect that answer, Brew. Because we don't like we exchange or deal with currency or paper money throughout whatever, right? Whatever we handle paper money, we don't know where that money been prior to it getting to our hands. So that you might have touched the dollar the day that was in a urinal.
Hey, listen, we touched a lot of stuff. We don't know where it's
or at the club.
At the end of the day. So it's $100. You know what I'm saying?
But that's I'm in agreement with you. I'm like, yo, somebody's like.
I'm just glad
Bruce said that money gonna spend. He said that's 100. Yeah. Bruce said that money gonna spend. That money gonna spend. Period.
See, I'm glad it went over B heads. It went over Kareem head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it did.
That's good. That's good. I ain't gonna repeat myself.
It's just $100 bills or $100 in ones.
It's $100, man. It's $100.
$100 bill. $100 bill.
Oh, $100. Okay. All right.
Yeah. End of the day, again, somebody you probably had $1 in your hand or in your possession that was in a urinal at some point, and you just the only difference is you didn't know it.
Listen, bro. I'll pick a penny off the street. I'll pick up money.
If you pick up a penny off a New York City street, it definitely got peed on.
Yeah, yeah.
New York City streets is filthy.
You a hard dude. You a hard dude.
DC trains is hard. People talk about New York City trains. New York City train compared to DC trains.
Yo, DC train is clean though. DC train is clean.
Where?
DC? He said where?
What are you talking about? Okay, hold on. Let me clarify.
Which ones? Which ones? The Metro or the Mart?
The Metro. No, not the Mart. The Metro.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Well, you wanted every.
Yo, Kareem, you talking like you from there though?
I've been in it before.
In the chat, people that travel to DC, please put in the chat about the DC train system.
I know it's cleaner than New York City.
I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not.
Yo, wait, what has happened? What's going on here, man? Last time I was there, a couple years ago.
Oh, no,
it wasn't looking like it wasn't how it sound right now, man.
Sorry.
Hey, y'all ever been on the march?
I'm scrolling through Facebook, man, and when y'all get a chance, Paris Hilton just had a son, I guess, like 10 months ago or something like that. But
shoot,
that's not important, man.
Yo, just look at the picture of that.
Is this gonna be one of those?
Just
find
Google
out
that.
He half black later.
Google that. Google Paris Hilton and her son. I ain't gonna give you more than that, but
hey, Kareem, I send you some pictures, Kareem. I don't know if you could put it in the chat to let people know what's going on in Africa.
You just sent those, right? I just seen something come through from you,
so people can see. And
I'll put them in our bro top. I'll put them in our bro top page,
so let people see. That's my team in Africa, man. Doing an amazing job.
Yo, shout out to the Buffalo Bills, man. And all the Buffalo Bills fans out there. Man, shout out to the Bills out here, man. They beat
the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, man, they railroaded the Dallas Cowboys, man. Railroaded them. All those Cowboys. Yo, Cowboy fans are the absolute worst. Like, I don't like Buffalo Bill fans, but Cowboy fans are that much worse, man. Like, even in a loss, even when you get annihilated, you got all these excuses on why. Oh, see, he had a face mask. My dude, that was one play. Y'all are down 30 points.
That's why I haven't heard Calvin.
He didn't even call the face mask. Like, yo, the game's over. Like, what are you doing? I don't know, man. That's a different breed of fans right there.
I haven't heard from my man Calvin on Facebook, man. He used to be talking a lot with his Buffalo.
He had his paraphernalia on. I seen it on there.
Who's that?
He had it on. Which Calvin you talking about?
You
young fella.
Yeah.
Oh, Nixon, right? Yeah. He was representing. He was representing
the Cowboys today.
I love when the Cowboys lost.
I see the picture he had that on. You know who's loving this right now is your boy Ken Sayers. You know he had a whole lot to say about beating the Cowboys.
Sure.
You better slow it down. He just moved.
Yeah. They love their Cowboys down there, bro. If you're listening.
We'll say so. I will. Right now, as it stands, the Cowboys are in the playoffs. The Bills not. So,
really?
Take that for what it's worth. Yeah. The Bills need a few things to happen their way. You know what I mean? Before they're in. So, as much as as good as a win as that was,
So I was talking to a Cowboys fan yesterday, right? Everybody knows I'm a Giants fan. Giants aren't having a great year. When you do a comparison of which one of the two teams are more relevant when it comes to championships, when it comes to recent championships in the recent era, like who is it?
I mean, it's without question. It's the Giants. The Giants have two Super Bowl wins.
And the Cowboys, the last time they won was what, 96?
90, yeah.
90, yeah, one of them years, right? Like 1996, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
How so how great can your team be, right? If the last time you won a championship was in 1996. And the crazy thing about this is, right? The crazy thing about this is they have a good record like almost every year. But how great can your team be if you don't make it past or make it to the end and have that great record?
I need my Dallas fans to pull up on this conversation.
Man, listen, they hiding. They ain't hiding right now.
Yo, you just want all the smoke.
All of it.
I'm just putting the question out there, man. How good can your team really be, man, if you're not winning championships?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Everybody but the
Let's ask the people in Dollar General.
Then, right? And the Redskins weren't too far behind when they won theirs, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Philly got one. Giants got one. It's just the Redskins in Dallas that won in the 90s. So,
well, one day. Yo, B, man, what you doing right now, man? What you getting?
So in a couple days, you know what I mean, something big is gonna be happening, and so y'all, because y'all already know, y'all can read between the lines. Something big is gonna be happening in a couple days, so I'm getting something because there are people who are involved that don't know. So you know what I mean. So they're going to be finding out in the next hour or so.
Yo, is that the way that you just described that sound like this whole thing going on with actually no, I don't want to do
that. Yeah, you lost me, but
yeah, check the notes, man. Check the notes, man. I was about to do a transition, and this wasn't a good transition, so I'm gonna not do that because what you're talking about has nothing to do with what I was about to go into. But I do want to say this.
Were you about to go into how I mean, listen, I know we wasn't there. I'm a little bothered, huh?
You talk about majors?
Yeah, man, I'm a little bothered by that.
Yeah. I was too today because before I even get into that, so I read a little bit into it. I don't know if you other bros read it or seen it online today, but this is a story that we have seen historically where a black male is involved with a white woman, and we understand that this is not every single case because it's not. In this case, this is a story that is all too familiar, and it's kind of hard to separate the fact that the brother, it was his decision to get involved with this person, and this is where he is right now, man, in his career or the lack thereof because of the decisions that were made on both parties, right? First and foremost, as men, we have a responsibility. Secondly, brother, man, I mean, he in a bad spot. He in a real bad spot, man. I don't know what your thoughts on it. I know what I've been seeing in the comments is that they're trying to understand why he's being convicted when there's a video of him running away from her. But I'm sure there's more evidence and more things that we don't know that we may not privy to that led to that decision to have 2 counts and then up to a year in jail.
Yeah, I'm
100 years ago, he'd have been lit.
So my issue with it is this, you know what I mean? It's just another miscarriage of justice, and I mean, and the fact of the matter is like that just seems to be par for the course in this country for people who look like us, and at some point it can't be okay. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's just where I'm at with it. It's got at some point it's gotta be
you can't help who you love, right? Right.
Yeah,
he made a decision that at some point in that relationship that he really, really liked or loved this person enough. Well, at some point in his life, in their engagements, he realized that he liked her enough to call her a girlfriend or be in a relationship or whatever, right? I don't believe that he isn't aware of the injustices that have happened with black men and white women over the years, right? So he made a decision to actively pursue her, get into a relationship, and at some point put his hands on her, right? I mean, I don't know what else to say, from that perspective. I get it, right? I understand the injustices that have happened years, after year after year after year, and how we're portrayed, but it's the whole thing that's going on with did he do it, right? Diddy's about to have to come up with this too and start to answer a lot of questions or continue to pay people off like he did recently, right? Like people getting, they know that they're a high profile person, right? And they get into these engagements, relationships, whatever you want to call it, with people, right? Right. Whatever you want to call it, right? And they know that there's a heightened risk of them getting in some type of trouble. So knowing
entanglement,
that,
I'm sorry,
you can say entanglement too, whatever it is, I don't know, right? But the thing is like, you're at a higher risk of being called out for something or being pinpointed for something, or you just got an eye on you, and you've got people that will pretend like they truly care for you and love you just to get in a position where they can come up. So all those things you got to take into consideration. And I'm not saying it's right on either one of their parts, but it was never right for him to put his hands on her.
Yeah.
Like I don't know of anything in this world that would get me to hit my wife.
So the video again, the video that's out doesn't show him hitting her. So the hitting her is hearsay. So the hitting her is hearsay.
She had a laceration behind her ear, and then she had some other injury. So how did she get that injury? Unless she made it up.
Intoxicated, you know what I mean? So you know what I mean. Drunk people fall. I'm not.
Listen, we don't know. It's all speculation on our part, right?
That's exactly my point. So you know what I mean.
They know the truth. Those know the truth. Yeah.
They know what really happened. My point is simply this: all of the video that is accompanied by audio that is out does not show him. Like the stories are inconsistent. But
that's how the legal system works, right? Is that it's all by the evidence that you can show, and then can you prove it through the evidence? Yeah, I get it, man. Like that's what this comes down to. And even with the evidence,
I mean, do we know all the evidence, right? Do we have all the evidence? If we
apparently they felt like they had it.
Everything we're saying is speculation, right? Because there could be some additional information that we're not privy to, that we don't know.
Yeah.
So
this is what I do know. This is what I do know.
Of that, I'm certain that there's information that we don't have. But my point is the the inconsistency of whatever information is being put out there, and what is what is can be seen.
So this is something somebody told me. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, B. Finish your point.
Not just that, you know what I mean? To me, when there's that kind of inconsistency between whatever we can see and what we supposedly what he's being accused of, and then the outcome, like he's like, hold on, you know what I mean? This is more than just, again, oh, perhaps there's evidence that we don't have. Yeah, sure, certainly there is, but again, it's the disconnect between what he's being accused of and what evidence we see. Then it's hard not to lean on the fact that we know that there's been these kind of miscarriages of justice, you know what I mean, historically.
So was this a case that was tried by a jury, or was this just a judge's decision?
It was a jury. It was a jury. It was a jury. Yeah, a jury of their peers, whatever their peers are.
Right, right.
Yeah. So here's the moral of this story. Number one, men. Whenever you make the decision to lay down with somebody, there could be a host of consequences. Whenever you make a decision to take a hand, whether it's open hand, closed hand, backhand, whatever, and to touch somebody else with it in a harmful way, but it's a consequences with that. And when you the person you decide. But here's the thing, B. Here's the thing. As men, and I can't speak for women because I'm not a woman, but as a man, I can speak from the fact that, like, listen, we make choices, and if you a star,
do we know that he opened
perception? We don't, but we don't. But the perception is what's going to be reality. We know that we live in a world where, I mean, look, I looked at Twitter and looked at the same situation. It was worded totally different. Like we live in a world where perception is reality for most people. Most people are not going to do what we're doing. They're not going to read into it. They're not going to process it. They're going to say, "Oh, Jonathan Majors, woman," and that's going to be the message, right? Like which I don't know if that's the message or not. If that's true or not, I don't know, and I can't say whether it's true or not. But people are going to put something out there. That's what I'm saying. So the partner he chose, going to what Isaac was saying, he should just know that it's gonna be some consequences if stuff go the wrong way.
You put your hand on a woman, you're a woman beater.
That's if in fact, you know what I mean, he did what he was doing. Someone would justify the fact that, you know, he was found guilty, that he did, but again, I don't know.
Let's go back to college. Let's go back to college, right? So, well, I don't know if people had this talk with y'all, but somebody had this talk with me. It was like, if you're going out, man, you're going to a party, and if you're going out there and it's a bunch of white women, be careful. That's what was told to me, because there are a couple situations in Brockport that where there were some allegations that went out. I don't know whether it was true or not, but it involved a black male and a white woman, and the situation didn't fare well for the black male. Well, whether he was vindicated or not. Again, life is about choices and what we make, but again, back to what I was saying about, you know, in this country, man, it's just something about that dynamic. And not to saying that there isn't beautiful interracial couples there, just because there are, and they're beautiful and they exist and they happen. It's just that when these type of things happen, then it just brings up that historical trauma.
Yeah. So I'm good with. So let me say this. I don't care what nationality or ethnicity anybody is. You know what I mean? You know, men, you know, don't put your hands on women. You know what I mean? So let me start there. But if it's not truthful, that a man has put his hands on somebody, you know what I mean, then I feel like
that is accountability for that too. Yeah,
there should be accountability for that, and we you know what I mean, and that's where I'm at with it. Like,
I got you.
You know what I mean. We, I don't know, and but I do know that again, from what I visually was able to see, he seemed to be the one who was a lot less or a lot more under control, if you will. In the videos that are available, for anybody to do a an online search and see, what you will see is he's under a lot more control of himself than she is. And yeah, so how the disconnect is, he was accused of and then has subsequently been convicted of behaviors that are inconsistent with what we can see in on the night in question. So you know what I mean? So it makes me lean towards, just the historical evidence that if a black man is accused of doing anything as it relates to a white woman, it costs him significantly. You know what I mean? Because if that's, I mean, think about it. The narrative for, I mean, decades until very within the last 10 years, Emmett Till had been accused of catcalling a white woman, which was how and why her husband and brother-in-law subsequently lynched and murdered a 14-year-old child. And then, on her, essentially on her deathbed, she in her 90s, confessed that he never whistled at her. So you know what I mean. So when
what I mean by historical trauma, right there, that's what I mean.
But that's my point, is that, you know what I mean, when he's been accused of one thing, and the video evidence of the incident, and not the incident in its entirety, we know that it's not the entire, that's not everything that happened, because I'm sure there was things that we did not see, but when what we can see is him being a lot more under control of himself than she is of herself, yet he's accused of being, the aggressor and harassment and assault and all that. It's like, hold on, something's not adding up here. And part of what becomes easy to add up is historically what we know to be true as it relates to African American men and white women in this country being accused of anything.
So did
we're not debating on that.
Did the entire incident happen on video? Like, so from the moment that they started arguing or fighting or going back and forth to the end of that altercation, was that entire thing caught on video?
I'm not arguing that it is.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm asking the question, right? So, and I'm saying, like, what a judge or a jury, may take into consideration if it wasn't, right? So maybe that video started in the middle of the altercation, right? And did not go into the end of the altercation, right? There's still an opportunity for other things to happen during that time frame. That video is evidence then of what could now be the scars that she has or whatever like that, or, to help corroborate how you say that word, her story. Right. And again, trust me, I'm not making any excuses for whoever this is, because I don't know either one of them, to be honest with you. Right. But, ultimately, I think for me, in order for me to make a decision on whether or not this was an act of a man being unjustly convicted of something, versus a man that made a bad decision, right? I can't make that judgment call, and I don't want to speculate anything else outside of that until I see all the information. And when I say all the information, it could be just enough to say this is the case. But in the video, I don't know that. For me, I could say that's enough. And I haven't seen the video, so.
Well, I'm watching the video right now as y'all are talking, and so it looked like there was a little altercation with the car. So it looked like he was trying to put her in the car, and she wasn't going in the car. And then they got out the car, and then she's like yanking his arm, and he's like trying to push her off of her. And then Brumman is like real good shape because he's running. He done ran down the street, around the corner. Yo, he's still going, bro, and he got, he picking up his feet too, like he's running. And here she walking now, real cool. Yo, this is wild, man.
Is this all a continuous video?
Yeah, this is TMZ, and then she's saying sorry.
It's not a continuous video.
Oh no, my bad. No. It's going from the different cameras in New York. So she's talking to these two dudes. I don't know if she's asking, like, have you seen him? I don't know. I can't hear it because I put the volume down. But yeah, so everybody's like, yo, from the video, like, what's going on here? So again, there must be other evidence. Oh, here you go. He walking back now. So he walking back. It looked like he's saying, don't, yo, this is crazy. Yeah. So there's a lot that we don't know. We don't know what happened before they got to that whole car thing, man. But yeah, I just know, man, that his we don't know what's gonna happen with his career. But it's probably a dub for him for now. Yeah. And speaking of aside from Jonathan Majors, though, this is what's crazy. So there's another article that's out. I saw it earlier today. I don't know if I sent it to y'all. There's these two political people. I'm not gonna say what party because people gonna think whatever. And so the husband is accused of raping this woman that he said that he had, consensual sex with. To find out, the husband and the wife both consented to being with the girl, but then the husband was like, the wife not gonna be there, and the girl was like, she don't want to do it no more, and then he still wanted to do it, and then now we have a situation here to the point where he's got to resign. The wife, she got to resign, bro. But here's the thing: we're not hearing about that one though. We're not hearing about that. We're hearing about.
I mean, they have money and influence, right? Like you hear people chattering about the whole Diddy. Yeah, you hear people chattering about the whole Diddy and was it Cassie thing, right?
Yeah.
But you're not hearing about a court case, right? Jonathan Majors ain't have enough money to dish out. Huh? He ain't have enough money to pay out to keep her silent. So she's like, nah, I'm taking your career too. Tyler, I don't know. Like this is speculation, but there's some videos floating around about Tyler Perry and some dude that he was trying to accost as well too, right? So again, it's speculation that it is Tyler Perry, but yeah, there's all types of stuff going on. But again, his name
out a while ago about that stuff. But yeah.
I mean, the name hasn't come out yet because he got some money, right? There's a chance that he could pay that off, right? So I think that's a big part of it. A big part of it as well too, right?
Yeah.
These people that shouldn't still be in power. I mean, Diddy potentially knocked off his own artist, right? Or pay somebody to do it. Yeah. But again, that's not being talked about in court. After all these years, right? People are saying
on TikTok.
It was him, right? Yeah, the person that was in the car on TikTok, it was him, right? Yeah. But has he seen court about that yet?
Nah, Not
he
yet.
hasn't seen court, and unless 50 Cent, who also has money and influence, can persuade somebody to take that case, right?
Yo, 50 a wild dude. He a wild dude, man. He said he gonna take me shopping. He said, "Yo, what grown man gonna say you can tell me take?" Yo, I mean, it was comical, but 50 was being serious. Like, yo, take me shopping. He was like, nah, man, I'm good. Really a wild dude, man.
So it's a rough world out here, man.
Listen, there's a difference between love and lust, man. There's a difference between love and lust. And this sounds like a lot of lust. And people, lust is one of those things, man, where you ain't never gonna get enough. That's a cup that can never be filled, man. So y'all cats out here, man. If y'all out here, touching this person, that person, man, just know that stuff catch up to you.
Unless you have power and influence.
And
Most
you got NDAs.
Got that much power and influence, man. So be cautious out there.
Yeah. You know what the best thing to do? Don't do it.
Great advice, Green.
Nobody ever wants to talk about abstinence, man. I know, B, y'all got a whole curriculum thing, and y'all got data, but listen, man, the best way to not catch something is not to insert.
Well said, Kareem. Well said.
Yes, well said by the other.
Just wait, hold on. Thank you, Deacon.
By the doctor of Kendrick.
Don't forget. Back in the day, you left me a message on my phone that I still kept. I sent it to my email.
Listen, man. Hey, listen. I went to the Lord for my son. Look, I ain't ashamed.
The good old doctor, man. I'm telling you. Oh my God.
Hey, man, listen. I already went for my sins. I'm forgiving.
I hear you, man. I hear you, brother. The good old doctor, man.
Yeah, good old. Hey, man. Hey.
Gotta love that boy.
Wow, dude. Yo, bRho is that? bRho is there's a what is it? That person that keep all the stuff.
Called historian. One day when
there it is.
One day when you have some money and you want to be cheap with me, it'll come out. I'm my own TMZ. I have my own TMZ, baby. Oh man.
Hey, anybody that's listening, the best thing to always do is to tell on yourself and do it first. Man, it's already 10 o'clock. Man, we done with that. Man. Well, we got like 8 more minutes, man. Let's do some shout outs. Well, first of all, projects we're working on.
I would get 8 more minutes if it's already 10 o'clock.
Because we started late. Y'all like my math?
It works. It works, man.
It works. All right, man. Let's do some shout outs then. Who we shouting out? I ain't hardly seen nobody on this time, man. Maybe I just didn't care.
Oh, I didn't go through and individually invite people tonight, man. That could be why. But I'm sure there's there's a few people that are kind of listening in the background as well too. So shout out everybody that is in the background right now. Shout out those of you that are going to watch this on the rerun as well too. Shout out to everybody who is to be traveling around this season, man. Be safe out there. Make sure you leave the way that you came back, or you come back the way that you left. You know what I mean? So we'll be praying for you all for safe travels. Shout out to my wife who just woke up from her nap. She looks beautiful over there.
Oh yeah,
coming down the side of her face and everything. Y'all should see her.
I need my cookies.
Nah, but she's one of the hardest working people in the world, man, hardest working women in the world. She gets up at like 5 o'clock every day to go into work at 6. And then transport these kids to gymnastics and the store and to pick up, gifts and do all this, do shopping for the family and, the loved ones and, rinse and repeat. She's going to do it again tomorrow. So God bless her, during the season as well, too.
Ike, you took yourself clean out there, please.
Listen, I work longer hours, so, she's holding that part of it down.
Teamwork made the dream, right? Hey, everybody know what part they play in, and we play it to the best. I got
play your position. Play your position.
Mm-hmm.
Special shout out to all my family as well too. Here in Rochester and abroad. Happy holidays to everybody. Because we're not on next Monday, right?
No.
Absolutely not. So, Merry Christmas.
Brandy probably throw my laptop on the ground.
I'm gonna be drinking some Starl with a little Ray and his nephew in it.
Oh yeah.
Go big or go home.
You know what I'm saying? Enjoying that JA weather. And shout out.
Oh, that's right. You want to JA?
JA, man. I'm gonna do it up down there, man. Pictures and videos is coming.
That's
what's up.
I need some beef patties, man.
Hey, send me the money. I'll get it.
All right. I'll hit you up, Jose.
Yo, Kareem, man, you almost made it, man. You almost made a whole show.
Almost did. Dang it.
You almost made it, bro.
Dang it.
Y'all can't put that stress on that brother, man.
You going to Jamaica? Yo, bring me a beef patty, man.
You gotta let that brother be, man. That's a stressful situation for my brother.
He ain't say bring me back a keychain.
I don't drink alcohol, man. I don't.
All I can think was like in my mind, like this dude is asked for beef patty to Jamaica as if they'll hold like Jamaica to Rochester. Like
I'll freeze him.
Yo, listen, Brew's a professional. He know what he doing. I wouldn't have nobody else to do that for me.
Yo, you saw the fish he brought back from Africa, man.
Yeah,
that fish was like it was about 42 years old.
Bro, I just finished it, bro. Just finished it. That was my last one.
Now, Dean, you could take the bones from that fish and dump it in some water, man. Do some fish soup or something.
There it is. You know he
I have the head of the fish in the freezer. With some soup.
You got it. Fish head soup. Is that what they call it?
Flavor.
Yeah,
that sounds like an aphrodisiac, ain't it? That's why you got it. It's an aphrodisiac.
That too. Stand up and raise up. See? And salute.
So you ain't fooling nobody.
Yo, where's this conversation going, man?
All right, we doing shout-outs.
With food, who knows? With food and Kareem, who knows?
Hot dogs and fish sticks. B, who you shouting out?
Man, I really got this one shout out, man.
One shout out.
Yeah, man. Listen, Rochester took a tough one last week, man. A brother that I met in middle school, man. We went to Edison together. Was as solid as they come. You know, a legend on the basketball court, but man, his legacy for me will always be, who he was as a dad and seeing him with his kids and just up and down the sidelines from youth league to, through high school, man. Kenny Jackson, man, this the town felt this one. You know what I mean? The town felt this one. This brother was just getting this, just a good brother, man. There's no other way I really, put it in the words. Just
Condolences to his family, man, and his kids. You know?
Yeah, man. For real, man.
I mean, Edison played East on this past Friday, and it was, they did a pre-game tribute. Both teams wore shirts that spoke to again that dynamic of being a legendary basketball player for Edison, but a legendary dad. Current starting East.
Did he go to school? B? What school did he go to?
Edison Tech.
No, I know that.
Oh,
I can't remember where he went after Edison. It was a very prominent JUCO because he was working on getting some getting his opportunities that he had lost some opportunities because a lot of people who know man, a teacher really kind of stuck it to him his senior year. He didn't get a chance to play one game as a senior. So think about what that as legendary as his career was, we didn't even get to see the fullness of what he could have done at the high school level and beyond because because of just not getting the opportunity to play his senior year. But his son is committed to Wagner, which is a D1 scholarship program.
And his son plays basketball for East, right?
And he played basketball for East, and so
that's kind of like so it kind of worked out because I know Edison lost the game, but his son's team, even though he went East, they won. So in that sense, both won, right? That's kind of how I looked at it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So just but to see, to see his baby girl, just in tears holding that poster, and his wife, man, just feeling the loss of her husband, man. It was heartbreaking. And so as much as the town is feeling it, man, we can only imagine how much his family is feeling it. So again, just shout out to them and that family, man. Sending all prayers, all kinds of love, positive energy. Just to the Jackson family, man, for AJ, man. Because if you knew him, man, it was love, man. We would see each other a lot during football season because he was so involved, and again, and if you know me, I'm going to find a football game during football season in Section 5 because I love local football here, high school football. So saw him at a bunch of games this season, and the last time saw him, it was during the state their first round of the state tournament. And last words, man, was, love you, big dog. And I was like, yo, man, I love you, bro. And you know what I mean? Not realizing, man, that'd be the last time I see him. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to that family. Always shout out to my wife, man, for holding my family down. You know what I mean? And being an amazing woman. But yeah, this one tonight, so man, this is my man Kenny.
Yeah, man. Condolences to him and his family, man. And I'm sure his son and his sons and his baby girl, man, they'll go on, man, to honor his memory, from here on and years later, man. So shout out to them, Edison Tech, man. Y'all are definitely a family, bro. Like, one thing I noticed about Edison after, like, at a certain time period, during your era, B, man, if you from Edison, it's all love, man. Like, that's that. I haven't seen that, man. So shout out to y'all, and shout out to East too, man, for coming together because it's bigger than a game, right, man? It's about like that relationship. So thanks, bro. And then I'm gonna do my shout outs, man. Speaking of basketball, shout out to my daughter and her team, man. 2 wins past weekend, totaling 90 points for both games. So, man, these girls is balling out crazy. My daughter, man, is just grabbing all the rebounds, man. Her girls is dope, man. Putting up buckets, draining 20-footers, 30-footers, man. It's crazy. So shout out to that team. Also want to shout out to my wife as always, man. Holiday season for making everything nice, man. Decoration the tree and all that. And doing the elves on the shelf thing with the kids. So shout out to her, man, for everything that she does. And I want to shout out my parents and my other set of parents, man, for supporting, our kids and everything that they do, man. So I want to shout them out.
For me now, shout out my big sister Carla Facey. Shout out Miss Karen Bashadley. Shout out Toy, my sister Toy. Shout out to all of Rochester, man. Shout out my man Gabe. Go check Gabe restaurant.
I'll just typing that in the chat. I'll just typing
it. Restaurant out, That's my guys. Spanish restaurant over there on. Got the name of the.
You got a couple locations. Yeah, you got a couple locations.
Lyle Lab, Exchange Street.
Yep.
Takeout in Greece.
Takeout in Greece. Go check them out.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, just tell them that Bruiser send you, man. You get a 25-cent discount.
You might get a free water too.
Free water.
Just go there and say, hey, Bruiser sent me over there. Some of the food is dope, and that you get a little bit of discount. You know what I'm saying? Like a 0.5% discount. I don't know what that is.
That's tax. That's tax. That's tax.
Shout out to y'all brothers, man. Shout out to y'all brothers.
Appreciate it.
My team in Africa is working really hard. I put some pictures. I sent Kareem some pictures to post for you guys so y'all can see it. And then I'm gonna be in Jamaica doing my thing out there with my team out there. I'm excited about that because it's the first time going home in 35 years during Christmas. And if you know anything about the Caribbean, man, they do it big for Christmas. Curtain changes, they shine the floor, they get down on their knees and they shine the floors, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Curtains. That is deep, yo.
Bro, curtains change, bro. Everything. Curtain wash, change. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Miss J, man. Shout out Miss J.
So it's gonna be some festival too.
Bro, they're gonna cook everything. And I'm gonna be this American boy, man, that's just coming through, pull up at my people's place and ready to eat and talk, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Do what I do. Kareem, I'll make pictures and send you these plates that I'm gonna get, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Brew about to go home, man. He about to change his whole voice. Like his accent gonna come back. He about to change his whole name.
The big man there.
Robert. Like, who the hell is Robert, yo?
Who is that?
Where's that teacher?
Yo, when we went to Brew's mom's crib, yo, and she was like, Robert. We like, yo, who's Robert?
Like, I thought your middle name was Anthony or something. Like, Robert.
Yo, did y'all lose me for a second?
Every Jamaican kid got a yard name, bro. Everybody got a yard name. Totally different from the one that's on your paper your paperwork.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling Eli Jerome.
I'm telling you, man. You're
gonna be looking at me like I'm crazy. Yo, Jerome, come here.
Now, do the girls get a yard name too, or just the boys?
All of it. All the kids in Jamaica got a yard name.
Oh, all the kids. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Shelly name is not. That's not Shelly is a yard name. Her name is Nydia Guthrie. Nydia Anne Marie Guthrie.
You know what? When I saw her name in the email, I was like, "Yo, who is this?"
Nydia, right? So
for the wedding, I was like, "Nydia." I said, "Who is that?"
Yeah.
Yo, bro, you got another sister you didn't tell us about?
What?
Talk about Nydia. Nydia, right?
Yeah, my sister.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the name. Yeah, because I always heard Shelly. So
yeah, that's the yard name.
That's how I knew her name.
Yeah. It's like Robert. You know what I'm saying? So Shelly's, Shelly's her name. Robert is mine.
Yo, it just threw me all the way off. I'm like, you sure that's your mom? Like, you don't even know your name, man. Why
they couldn't call you like Matthew or Luke or John? Why they had to call you Robert?
Bro, I don't know. Like I'm loving being Mark Anthony down there in the DMV. When I go, most of these Spanish people out here, boy, they looked at me. I'm like, yeah, I am him. You know what I'm saying?
You start doing some merengue on them.
My ID. They look. I know they're gonna look too. I'm just smiling, like, yeah, it's me. It's me. So no, it's not. I say, hey, if you want me to give you a little, want to come out here and dance, I'll show you. I'll show you Mark Anthony, baby.
Yo, speaking of that, yo, did y'all know Mario Lopez is Mexican from Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
So I was looking at TikTok. There was people that said they didn't know he was Mexican, and I said that's got to be our cousins because we all knew he was Mexican. I don't understand because he was saying like the way that he taught is very different than how he taught with his people. I'm like, well, yeah, we do it all the time. It's called code switching. Like
I'm just not sure that I ever. Yeah, I'm just not sure that I ever cared.
I'm drinking sorrow, man. For y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, he pulled out a jug, man.
You're over there drinking blood, man.
No rain in there though. Just straight. There's just a ginger that's strong, boy.
Remember that juice? They used to come in that jug. It was pure water and sugar, and it had the different colors. Y'all don't remember that growing up?
No,
it was
sir.
It was nasty too. It was that big jug of water. Now, how I know about this? And I live in the suburbs.
Because you used to go to the city and get because it was cheap.
It was cheap.
And you're cheap.
You said it's a big jug of juice that what? It was clear?
No, they have different flavors. They have
like different flavors.
Pineapple.
Why are you doing that?
Oh, like the jug when he was holding the jug.
Like, what are you doing?
He was holding the jug.
You know which one was good though, Kareem? The grape one was good.
Doing?
You like the grape one?
The grape flavor was good.
That was good.
It's like a sunny something. Not the sun of delight. It was sunny something. I know what you're talking about though.
You know what I'm talking about. They don't sell it no more because it's probably it's off the FDA list.
That's what cats used to come. They have it in a box. They have it in a jug.
So it was disgusting.
Huh?
You use artificial sweeteners in that joint and everything.
We used to drink them things, bro. I used to love the grape flavor.
We didn't know better.
Yo, imagine this though. When you think about this, right? There's so much stuff that we grew up drinking, right, that they don't sell anymore because it doesn't meet FDA requirements, right? But then there's stuff now that does meet FDA requirements that they won't sell in other countries
at all.
Just think about how bad that stuff had to have been.
Yeah.
Like they don't sell Tang, I think, in other countries. I think they only sell Tang in America.
I mean, they sell Tang. They sell a lot of cereals in other countries. They sell a lot of cereals in other countries that they sell here. But if you look at the ingredient list, it's not the same.
No, it ain't the same.
It's crazy.
The sugar content is a lot less.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just like the preservatives, all the ingredients that add certain colors and all that stuff to it.
Yeah.
Well, even
I watched it too. Yeah, the soda, yeah. Because the soda's supposed to be like not as fizzy, and it's now anyway. I don't know.
This is the only soda I drink because black people think it cures everything.
It does, bro.
My knee hurt. Yo, look at some ginger ale.
Yo, bro. No lie. Hey, anytime I travel, that's what I drink on the flight, bro.
Same,
right?
Yo,
I know.
I did the same thing on the last flight. I got ginger ale.
I do not drink soda anymore. I stopped drinking soda years and years ago. But that is the only thing I drink is ginger ale. Like even if I'm getting a drink, right? If I'm ordering a drink or something like that, it's like if I'm not getting ginger ale in it, I'm not getting soda, period. You know what I mean? So like a Jack and Coke, like, nah, it's disgusting, man. You know, it's like ginger ale is the only soda I drink, man.
I get on this flight with you, ginger ale. Give me a ginger ale and some
the cure all.
ginger ale.
Make sure we get.
And you just feel better.
Ginger ale on that flight.
Your stomach hurt, ginger ale. Your leg hurt, ginger ale.
I got a funny stomach, bro.
Your breath.
I don't want it to be in a mile eye. I gotta go, bro. That's a tight fit.
Bro, what he's saying is like black people growing up is like, hey, your stomach hurt, drink ginger ale. Your leg hurt, drink ginger ale. You got a headache, drink ginger ale.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You starting to go blind? Go get some ginger ale.
Daddy Robitussin.
Yeah, and then when they used to say like people used to eat Vicks, they used to wash it down with ginger ale. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Wash it down with ginger ale, man.
A lot of that stuff is mental though, man. Like if you believe that it's gonna help you, man, it's gonna help you.
Yeah, that's why bitters used to be medicine.
Maybe said send you guys some love, man.
Right back at her.
What up, sis?
Yep.
All right, I think our 8 minutes is up, bros.
Yep, it's up.
But it was a good show. Happy Monday. Peace out, everybody. Shout out to all the black people doing black stuff on this Black Christmas because Saint Nick was African American or African.
Peace.
Peace.
Watch somebody go fact check.